brought us from Qualcomm to here, and then now they're telling us that automatically we have to just pick up and leave with no car, no money, no nothing. My cell phone, everything else. The only thing I was able to even have was a pair of black Levi's. A black shirt, and my cell phone, my wallet.
In the Escondido area, and we got evacuated. And we wanted to leave also because my kids have asthma, and my wife has an infection in her lungs. So my son was throwing up, and so we had to leave. And at first we didn't want no help. My grandfather let us use that trailer over there, and just to we had somewhere to stay. So we went to Mission Bay, because I didn't want to ask for help. I wanted to just do it on my own a little bit. Stay in Mission Bay, but we got evacuated right there to tell us we had to leave because it was an evacuation center. So we came here, and that week that we stayed over there, I spent all my money on food and everything, gas, all that stuff. And so they said, "Oh, Red Cross will help you over there," and over here, we're at right now, Del Mar. And we came here. We went to go get registered, and they started taking our information. As soon as we told them that we were staying in the trailer, we wanted, I had no more money for food or nothing. And so I asked them, can you help us with food? Yeah, well, you can check in, sleep over here. I said, no, we got a trailer. Well, we can't help you. We can't help you with food or nothing because you're dependable. You have a trailer. When, we don't have no money. I spent all my money. They say they can help us here. We came here, we got denied. They didn't want to give us no vans. They didn't want to give us no food. They didn't want to give us nothing. Luckily, my neighbor, he talked to some people, and basically we had to lie to get a tag to get help, to get food and stuff, because they said, okay, we had to lie and said we're going to stay inside there. That when we get some vans to get some help. I didn't want to ask for no help until the last minute. I didn't have no money for food or nothing. And right. So I was hoping, hey, Red Cross, they're getting all this money donated to them, they can help us out, Right. That was my last option. And when I asked for help, we got backs,
So I heard you say that they were tagging people to eat. What was
the tag?
The tag like that?
Yeah.
And what was the criteria in order to get that tag?
You have to have an address in the areas that were evacuated.
I have that.
So you had an address?
I have an address. But I'm dependable because I have a trailer. But it's not my trailer, it's my grandfather's trailer that he let me use for the children.
Right.
And so, I needed help. Because I spent all my money, I needed help, but they denied me because I had a trailer, and so me having a trailer, I'm dependable. And I can make it on my own. Because I had a trailer. So they're saying, you can make it. When I couldn't. So lucky my neighbor talk to some other people, and because there are some people in Red Cross that have a heart that did want to help, but most of them were just like,
just walk away.
Walk away. The whole group right there just turn their back until we finally got someone that will help us out and say, just lie and say that you're going to stay here. So that's what I had to do for my family. I didn't want to do that, but
right.
Hey, it was getting bad.
Right. How are you managing right now?
Well, yeah, right now my grandfather's really helped me out. He's still a little smoky over there, and my kids, I don't want to jeopardize them getting sick because of the asthma.
Right.
And my wife's chest, she has a problem, and so he's gonna pay for. They're charging us now. They're saying if you want to stay, you got to be out tomorrow, but if you want to stay, you got to pay to stay here.
And so, how much? What are they asking for?
I'm not sure what my grandfather knows, but he said he's gonna pay. That way, we won't go back and get sick. Because I'll take the whole purpose of me even coming here for my kids won't get sick. If I go back, they're gonna get sick.
Right.
And so he's gonna do us a favor and pay for us to.
Who is it that you have to pay to stay there?
I have no idea. Red Cross came along and told all the people that live in trailers that we had to pay.
So my partner over there said, I think they need to investigate the Red Cross better than what they're doing. Because the Red Cross, the first day they was here, I walked into about maybe 30 or 40 cops. There was no need for all them cops here. I walked into about maybe over 100 Red Cross people. There was no need for all them people there. They're spending the money on them when they should be helping us. But apparently they didn't really give it to me. Like I said, they gave me a bunch of numbers that turned us down. And I have to go a different route to get to where I'm going. If not, me and my girl and her son would be sleeping on the streets.
What would you say to those that if they ever get in this type of situation, what's your best advice for them?
You better save some money, you know what I mean, for in case the next fire happens, because, you know,
Actually, for any emergency.
any emergency, exactly.
But anything that has to do with evacuation for your family, save some money. Because the Red Cross ain't going to do nothing. They got this one thing called, what is it, something services? Client services. Okay? For some of us, like for me, I was renting a room. I didn't own the house. So how am I going to show a lease of a house that I never owned? I could show a receipt if I could get a hold of the guy, showing that I was renting a room, but everything got burned at his house. What am I going to do? Go tape it together?
Did I hear you correct? They were asking for receipts of a lease. What about those people who had 5 minutes to get out? The
That's
fires
what I
were
was
raging.
saying. Everything got burned, so how are we going to be able to do it? They're not giving up nothing unless you show proof. And we got the address, we got everything we need, but they want to see a lease or a receipt. And we can't because the shit got burned. Another thing too, if they got those credit cards to help us, why are they making us go? That was stressful for me. All day today I was stressing until I ran into this lady. And she told me, come here, I'm going to tell you something. And she told me, if you need help, talk to me and I'll get you where you want to go. So I asked her, can you get me some tickets to Vegas? And within 5 minutes, she said, I'll have your tickets for you tomorrow morning. You will be leaving to Vegas tomorrow. And that was in 5 minutes. I've been here, what, 3 days, 4 days?
4 days.
And they still ain't done nothing for us. But they keep asking us, have you went over to something services? Why? When they're asking us questions we can't give them. They're asking for documents that we're either burned or we can't get our hands on. Personally, like I said, I wasn't the owner of the house, so I ain't got no lease. All I got is a receipt. All I had was a receipt. Right or wrong, how am I supposed to get help? It's just like this guy right here. They're going to make him pay $8 after this or whatever it is to make sure his family's safe. I don't think that's fair. I personally think it's just the people around here. Down Mar Fairgrounds, all these rich people that they can pull $2, $3 out of their pocket and drop a $5 bill and not care. I drop $5, I'm going to pick it up. I ain't lying. That's a 40 ounce right there.
Right.
Get that shit twisted. I mean, but all I'm saying is that, yeah, they're not helping nobody. There's a lot of people that just went on their own today, just left, because they ain't helping. They want things that we can't present to them. I mean, I would like to show them something so they can swallow their ass and give me what I got coming, but I can't. FEMA did me a favor and put me in the computer to see if I could at least get some help from them, without no proof or nothing.
They say how many days it's going to take?
They said for me to check my email tomorrow or tonight, and I'll have a PIN number to get in to see if I can get. There's a lot of them that are in there stressing right now. They don't know where they're going to go.
But to Red Cross, we're all homeless. I mean, we're all faking it. None of us have homes.
Right.
To them, they're saying that we're all, taking advantage of the situation. If it was up to me, if I still had money, I'll be somewhere else.
Right.
I didn't want to ask for help unless it came down to the last minute. I waited to the last minute. I stayed over there for a week, but it got expensive. I was paying $40 to feed my family. It's me, my wife, my 3 children. I was paying a lot of money where I could have came here and got help, but I didn't. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it on my own. But when I did need help, I got my back turned.
Right.
Until I ran it, I got some help from someone else. But we're all homeless compared to them. And we're trying to take advantage. We're all trying to get that extra bite or the extra clothes or something.
Right.
But I got a place. I got a place I can still go to. I'm grateful for that. But I'm not gonna take my children over there and have them get sick. I'll do something. I'll borrow some money, stay at a hotel or something, or do what my grandpa's gonna pay for a few nights for me until it clears up.
Right.
But other than that, it shouldn't be like that. It should still help us out.
Right.
But